You are fantastic, yes you are. You are fantastic, you're a star.
Overpopulated cities around the world have caused people to become a greedy, selfish, and litigious society. Would you like to be happier, live longer, never be forgotten, and help make the world a kinder, more civil place? It's actually easier than you think. Every day you're asked, how are you? Instead of saying good, say I am fantastic. It will make you look better, feel great, and reduce your stress. Making the world a better place starts with each person. Please join the Be Fantastic movement today. What you want to be, you can be. Be fantastic.
I met Dr. Fantastic along life's way, and I heard him say, you are fantastic, yes you are. You are fantastic, you're a star.
Hey everybody, Dr. Fantastic here with a re-recording of Eric Garcetti's speech. As I mentioned a few days ago, I knew the town was going to get seriously bogged down with either quarantine or this is like a step below that. And so I left town because I didn't mind being self-quarantined, but I don't want people to tell me what to do. So anyway, so I want to play this for you. It's pretty good.
Thank you. And I know the mayors of Long Beach and Pasadena are going to join us up here to save social distance if you'd like to come up now too as well. And thank you, Catherine Barger. I know a lot of people in Los Angeles have gotten to know you even more over the last few days. You have been an amazing voice and a tremendous leader and a dear friend. I love you for everything that you are doing for our city and county and your colleagues, and I thank you. I want to say thank yous again at the outset. Good evening, Los Angeles. I should start there. But I want to thank all the people who are watching. The everyday folks that are still showing up to work, to make sure that our hospitals are open, that our grocery stores are working, that our shelves are stocked, to the first responders and others who are showing the courage of our city together. And I want to kind of cut to the chase tonight. Everything that we're talking about up here as leaders is because of one central tenet, that human life is precious, precious to each one of us. And every decision we are making is with that in mind. How do we protect each other, and how do we save lives? We've already radically changed how we live in Los Angeles. I know how stressful this is to each one of us. And I think we need to be painfully honest tonight that we're about to enter into a new way of living here in Los Angeles for a period. What we do and how we do it, and if we get this right, will determine how long this crisis lasts. But what we do and how well we do it is also an act of love. A love for those lives that we seek to protect and a reflection of how precious they are. We've been through disasters before. We've been through earthquakes and unrest, recently through fires. But as I've repeated before, this is different. It's not just the incredibly brave men and women who are first responders. It is all of us who have the fate of this crisis in our hands through our actions and our decisions. And the evidence is that the steps we've taken since Sunday are working. In many ways, we see for the first time, I can't remember the last time I've opened up a Google traffic map and seen green everywhere. That's a reflection that people actually are staying home. We can see it in the air. We can feel it on the empty streets. And I want to thank you, because those are the only metrics we can really go by to see whether people are abiding by what we're asking them to do. But I don't want to sugarcoat it. Today is a day that will be seared into the story and the streets of this city. It will be a moment when everything changed. I think about our children who are growing up. Part of a generation, this will be their 9/11, their moment. And we have to explain this to them. We have to safeguard them. We have to hold them. I call it Generation C. This generation that is out there right now looking and feeling and wondering, Mom, Dad, whoever takes care of them, what is this all about? And we need to step up for them. We have a cadre of our parents and grandparents who are the most vulnerable, who, if we get this right, we will look forward to years and decades ahead with them, hearing the stories of this moment when we came together. They're the most vulnerable amongst us, who are already fighting disease, who live bravely through pre-existing conditions, those who are out on the streets in inhumane conditions, and this moment can be a moment when we save them too by the actions we take. This will be a day that stretches and tests the soul of this city, but I'm confident that across Los Angeles County, we will rise to the moment. So why are we making this decision? The data is crystal clear. We're at a point where the increase and the rate of increase, at least of the tests we're getting back, and we all know there's not enough tests. This whole nation and all of us were woefully unprepared for this moment. But it's the same rate that we see in a place like Italy. We are trying to intervene earlier, and we are trying to be one of those countries where that curve starts to flatten. In 1918, cities that took action quickly are the ones in which fewer people died. During the Spanish flu, those that moved more slowly, these were the ones in which, that moved more slowly, more people died. We cannot wait, and we must act now. I love this city. I love its people. And while I make these decisions with a heavy heart, I make them with a very clear mind and a steely determination in the days ahead, with deep gratitude for our public health officials who are guiding us through this. There's a lot of questions that I know you will have that we will not and cannot answer tonight about all the economic effects and how we will get through this and rebuild. Tonight, our responsibility is to save as many lives and flatten that curve. But one thing is crystal clear in the fog of these days. We are all safer at home. So the city of Los Angeles, like the cities that are here with me, many other cities I'm sure who will join as well, and the County of Los Angeles is issuing a safer at home, stay at home order. It will go effective midnight tonight. For employees of impacted businesses, this will take effect tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. But all businesses, including museums, malls, retail stores, for-profit companies, and nonprofit organizations, must stop operations that require workers to be present in person. And no public and private gatherings of any size that would occur outside of a single home will be allowed, with clear exceptions. I want to be clear about this, that the only time you should leave your home is for essential activities and needs. To get food, care for a relative or a friend or a child, get necessary health care.
It's a pretty strict order.
Neighborhood. And I'm so glad that Catherine was talking about all the things we can do. I think that there's been terrible terms out there like lockdown. Nobody is locked down, and we encourage you not to be locked down. This is not shelter in place like a school shooting. This is stay at home because you're safer at home. And the only people who should be leaving home and going out are those whose jobs are critical to the safety, the health, and security of the city, as well as the economy of recovery for us and the nation during this crisis. Emergency personnel, first responders, government employees, medical professionals, and vital infrastructure.
I called it. I knew that San Francisco did it, so I knew LA was going to do it. New York's doing it. Many cities are doing it. It's not a full quarantine. It's just with the way they say they're ordering. I didn't like the way they put it. They're ordering you to stay.
Hardware stores, gas stations, dry cleaners, and laundromats, which are permitted to remain in operation. I know a lot of people will have a lot of questions. Go to lacounty.gov. Go to your city's website. For those of you that are City of LA residents, you can see those details and some of the frequently asked questions at coronavirus.lacity.org.
Anyway, so that's the update. I like to keep these speeches in case you didn't see it. And everybody, I guess you're safer at home. We know that. I just made my guacamole recipe, so check that out. Because nothing more comforting than food in times like this. Be fantastic, everybody.
We do live in a free society. It's the bedrock of who we are. We aren't taking people forcibly like in other countries and forcing them to be home. But with freedom comes responsibility. And we're asking everybody who by and large and overwhelmingly has exercised these directives responsibly to adhere to them. The young and healthy, you're not exempt, you're safer at home. If you're less young and less healthy, you're absolutely safer at home. It's not a time to go to the beach in big groups, to take the whole family to
It's a pretty good byline, safer at home.
Get together with gatherings with friends. This is not the time. And we don't take these steps lightly, but we take them firmly. This is an act of love for the city that we love. This is LA love. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. This is an order. But one last thing, too, is this is not some sort of alien invader. This is no racism or xenophobia can change what this is. This is not a military war that we are at. This is a health emergency. We're not attacking each other. In fact, crime is down and acts of generosity are up. And our fates are in our own hands. How can I get what I need, the minimum, while still staying 6 feet apart from as many people as possible? This is an exceptional city, but we can't wish this away.
I was at the DMV and they had the chairs all 6 feet apart. It's pretty amazing.
Around us. It's going to be the same everywhere, and those that act quickly have a chance of being protected more than those that don't. The city.
Okay, wrap it up.
The lights will be on. The water will still come out of the tap. People won't lose their housing. They won't get kicked out of their businesses. LAUSD will continue to feed, and thank you to LAUSD and other school districts that are distributing food. But this is not a request.
He's a good speaker.
But I've always told my team, do everything in your hearts, with everything that we do, to lead with love.
He gave me an award for my charity for veterans. I love SOS.org.
Lives that mean everything to us. May God and the Spirit of strength lead us through these days.
Yeah.
With that, I'd like to turn it over to my brother, who leads one of the biggest cities in California and the second biggest city here in the county.
Anyway, that's enough for tonight, everybody. Be fantastic. Like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.
You are fantastic. Yes, you are. You are fantastic. You're a star.
Overpopulated cities around the world have caused people to become a greedy, selfish, and litigious society. Would you like to be happier, live longer, never be forgotten, and help make the world a kinder, more civil place? It's actually easier than you think. Every day you're asked, how are you? Instead of saying good, say I am fantastic. It will make you look better, feel great, and reduce your stress. Making the world a better place starts with each person. Please join the Be Fantastic movement today. What you want to be, you can be. Be fantastic.
I met Dr. Fantastic along life's way, and I heard him say, you are fantastic. Yes, you are. You are